What's up, YouTube? Bam, and welcome to another edition of Wolf King's Vids. All right, so we're going to be dealing with, let's see, Ron McDonald's latest bullshit. It's been a while since I did a Ronnie video. We're getting into one. Apparently, he's going with that 1,000-year-old man bullshit. So I'm going to watch it and debunk it. Okay, there we go.
Stories of men living hundreds of thousands of years have appeared. Ages range from 969 years, like Methuselah in the Old Testament, to the claimed age of Li Cheng-yun at about 250 years. But are these just old or ancient mythical delusions passed around by different tribal belief systems? Or is it actually a very real possibility for a human to...
Yeah, of course it's possible. No, it's bullshit. There you go.
live this long? Well, there just so happens to be a study on aging called gerontology that deals with issues like this. A world-renowned expert in gerontology by the name of Caleb Finch stated that hypothetically with humans, in theory, if mortality rates did not increase as usual during aging, humans would live hundreds of years. I have calculated for humans, Finch 1990 book, Longevity, Senescence, and the Genome, that at mortality rates of 0.05% per year, as found at age 50.
I like for everyone to note that before this guy started reading this stuff out, he said hypothetically, before in theory. Hypothetically speaking. So this is just a guess. If these conditions were met, we could possibly live longer, up to about a millennium. However, this has never been known to have occurred. And Ronnie's using this to try and justify magic in the past.
In developed countries, the median lifespan would be about 1,200 years. In natural populations of long-lived animals, mortality rates are rarely less than 1% per year. For very slowly aging turtles, rockfish, the number beyond 70 is 1 to 2%. However, there are long-lived trees like the bristlecone pine that's 5,000 years. Now, of course, these creatures are classified as having negligible senescence, which simply means they lack certain symptoms of aging. But why is it that they appear to live longer than we do? Well, it just so happens there are a variety of factors that need to be understood. And when they are understood and placed in line with the Christian creation story, then I think it will be clear that the belief of early men living hundreds of years in and out of the Bible is not all that outlandish, but a very realistic possibility. Keep that.
What did I say? What the fuck did I say? He's taking a trait that we've never had in the history of our species, negligible senescence, and he's trying to graft that onto our characteristics somehow to justify his mythical bullshit. What the fuck did I tell you? Remember that in this video as we continue.
In mind, a possibility. This video is not to prove anything, but to show this biblical claim that seems to be around in different belief systems outside of the Bible may not be as far-fetched as skeptics may think. Let's start with the appearance of aging. One of the reasons why people age is because of the UVA radiation. UVA radiation accounts for 80% of skin aging, causing the skin to lose its elasticity. As the UVA penetrates the skin, it reaches the dermis, destroying the elastin and the collagen. The elastin and the collagen helps the skin keep its shape. Why is this relevant? Well, consider the creation story as we wind back time. In the garden, I suspect two things. One, Adam and Eve were more than likely black or dark complected. Why? Darker complected people have a higher concentration of melanin in their skin, which helps protect from UVA radiation. So because of this, they are not prone.
Yeah, scientists do not accept Genesis. They recognize life started in Africa, and they have Y mitochondrial leave and no, not Y, X mitochondrial leave and Y, or the fuck atom, metaphorically speaking. But they recognize didn't start with only two people. It started with more or less 10,000 in terms of the variations and stuff like that. But hang on. All right, fucking phone call. Anyway,
to aging the same way that lighter complected people are. The depletion of melanin and the skin's negative effects is well known. For example, all people who have red hair have this trait due to mutations in the melanocortin 1 receptor. This mutation causes severe depletion in the melanin in the skin, causing them to have less protection from UV radiation. Because of this, they are more prone to aging, as well as getting certain skin cancers. With this first point, I do not believe I will get much pushback from evolutionists, due to the fact that most evolutionists believe we originated from Africa.
well, yeah, you won't get that much issue from evolutionary biologists. However, you will get some, like, pretty much resistance from the whole "you believe we all came from two people" thing. That's complete bullshit. We evolved from earlier hominids based on what we've seen with the shared common DNA with other species, as well as the fossil record showing earlier hominids and transitions and stuff like that. So yeah, you have a problem with that.
2. The ozone layer. The depletion of the ozone layer affects how we age because in the stratosphere, UV rays are blocked. It is a well-known fact that chlorofluorocarbons and other chemicals and products manufactured by men, such as bromine or hydrofluorocarbons, deplete the ozone layer. Not only this, but natural phenomena also cause the ozone to deplete. Even from an old Earth perspective, considering how old the Earth would be if we ignore the young Earth model, I suspect an even stronger case can be made that if we go back to the start of the ozone layer, it would logically follow that the ozone was much more healthy than it is now. In turn, the environmental factors.
And despite the ozone layer being depleted, ironically, we're living much higher lifespans than what we did in the past. I mean, if you were 30, you were an old man. I hate to tell you, but that bullshit about the men living 1,000 years be just nonsense. With the agricultural and medical advances we made in the last few centuries, our lifespan has actually went up. From to 60 to 80. The oldest person to exist was 122 years. She was a French actress, Jean Clement. So yeah, that point just fails completely. All right. There's no, 30 at best was how old a person could get in the Paleolithic era and the Neolithic era. Anyway.
What contribute to people looking younger while their skin ages slower. And there are numerous factors that should be taken into consideration. And I could spend all day talking about them. But one important factor that should be taken into consideration is the IGF-1, calorie intake, and metabolism. There is an interconnected phenomenon that takes place concerning the ligand IGF-1. Cancer, metabolism, and calorie intake. It is believed, for example, that creatures such as some tortoises live longer than us because they have a higher Hayflick limit than we do, which means there is a limit that a population of cells can divide till they stop. This will happen when the telomeres at the end of the chromosomes become too short. So from here, I guess there is a prediction I can make that possibly there was a mechanism somewhere in the past that may have malfunctioned in the body, which could have allowed for the safe use of telomerase without the danger of cancerous cells. Meaning,
okay, so he's just speculating that there was some defense against cancer in the past, therefore we could have lived longer. Um, no, actually, see, here's the thing. Um, the only reason we're even dealing with cancer as a result is that there are earlier factors working in before the cancer even is a thing. I mean, this is like basic population dynamics. You know, there's other things like parasites. Let's see, predation. Uh, you know, some that's the independent errors like getting caught in like get serious weather issues. But yeah, you know, this is explained by scientific laws, not magic, dude.
at one point in the past, cells may have divided without a limit safely. More importantly, I think that the intake of food also positively impacts age. Many foods have antioxidants that are known to have strong abilities to decrease free radicals in the body. Free radicals are known to cause people to age quicker. If food intake has an impact on the IGF-1, then what does it say about the environment in the garden that God laid out for us in the beginning?
Okay, yeah, you're just talking fairy tale bullshit, which you were doing this whole video. Okay, so yeah, basically, Ron McDonald had no evidence other than what he took from this guy that could be a possibility for the future. He tried to apply to the past and just filtered and sprinkled it with little Christian myth book bullshit. Yeah, it just doesn't hold up. It's just not the case of what we understand about genetics and longevity. So yeah, he's just talking longevity myths at this point. That's my video. Ryan's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know anything about science or actual biology. That's just he takes a college course on that. But yeah, that's my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. And peace. Later.